We got $4.6 million from the state to support this project, and I think we're going to do very well in the future. It had its origin in the workplace. We're the only state that's doing it, and the numbers are getting better and better and better. Take pride in that, my friends. This isn't happening anywhere else, and I think it's setting an example for the way the feds need to respond to this as well. I'm mentioning this because next year in this program doesn't look any better. In fact, it may very well get worse. Just take a look at a couple of these things. Next year, we know that some $300 billion in adjustable mortgages are going to be set for reset. We know that 51% of homeowners who applied to get their mortgage payments reduced this year were disqualified. Realty Track says that now 20% of the people are willing to walk away. Now look at those two lines in the bottom. It shows you that foreclosure starts are going up, that the completed foreclosures going up. So more and more folks, and by the way, Bridgeport, Connecticut had the highest number of the foreclosures based upon the reset of the subprime loans, than any other city in our state. And other cities and towns in our region were also very high. This group of people that are most vulnerable in this sector need to be part of our system, and we need to put our arms around them and help them during the remainder of the period from now through the end of their loan. So here's where we are. All this takes us, we've got 4 new constituents to the workforce system that couldn't have even been imagined a few years ago. Long-term unemployment has been redefined. It now carries all the stigmas, all the challenges, all the barriers, all the issues that were never there before, and that frankly our system didn't have a lot of expertise in. The exhaustion of benefits, it was an absolute rarity, not something you ever had to worry about very much. Now it's happening every day in the hundreds, and there's no stopping it. Older workers, they're frustrated. They don't know where to turn. You know, the best thing I do is every couple of weeks I sit with 7 or 8 people who have exhausted benefits, and I wish you all can be there and just to see it. It will make you cry, because you will look at them and you'll think of aunts, uncles, cousins. They're people just like us. Worked their whole life, and all of a sudden they're eroding their assets. They're out of money. In many cases, their kids are grown, and they feel as if they are victims. They need to give up. And those who are facing foreclosure. So here's what we're going to do. Our workforce system is going to adjust, and we're going to make sure we've got the programs that we need to keep folks on track. We're going to adapt so that our systems are making efficient use of our time and our money, our resources. We're going to innovate in a way that is unlimited. No bridles. Everything will be on the table. We're going to respond to our customers' needs. This is the way it looks. It's sort of inverted, sort of a funnel here. You'll see on my left folks who are coming through the workforce system, these long-term unemployed. On the right, people who are coming in on the mortgage crisis side. Now, I call it the emergence of a group of people who are going to become increasingly more reliant or dependent on entitlement programs. So what we do here to deal with it helps to set the example and the model for the rest of the nation, because we in microcosm are frankly what's happening all over this nation. But I don't see much excitement out there elsewhere or interest in doing anything about it. But we're going to do it. When you put it all together, what are we going to do? We can't create this rising tide, this wave of economic prosperity and growth. That's beyond our means. But we need to commit ourselves to create this platform of readiness so that these folks who are truly the victims of this recession, our neighbors, our friends, our brethren, so that they're on a platform and that we have spent our time and our resources creating a program that helps them to stay connected to education, to training, to having all the support groups necessary to help them, to working with a program we call CSEP. You'll see it on the end there on the right-hand side, where we may be able to give them some experience where they will earn and they will give back in community service. It's a great program to target to help us to continue to work with them, to work with the staffing agencies, to give them opportunities for new careers, to be reinvented, because they have no idea where to go. And you just can't think of it. You have to experience it and make choices. We're calling it a platform of readiness, so that when the economy comes back, and it will come back, and when it comes back, it's going to come back fastest here, and it's going to come back with a force, that our constituents, our people are ready to jump off and to jump in and to compete. That's the best we can do. And that's a duty we must accept, and that's one we must be willing to make whatever changes are necessary, and then we have done our job. That's underway, and I'm going to take this project to Washington. I'm going to meet with them the second week of January. Adrian's writing up the entire proposal, and she's got a lot more that I haven't said here. And I haven't told her half of what we're going to put in there. But I'm going to meet with the Assistant Secretary of Labor, and I've been down there every week in the last 2 months, so they know what's coming. I'm going to ask them to declare this a national demonstration project, to fund it so that we can do the best job that's possible, and to let it be a model that can be replicated by the rest of this nation as a way of dealing with these good people. I think Washington's going to respond very, very positively. They've given me no reason to think otherwise. So I will keep all you guys informed. Many of you I'm going to turn to for help. This is a big deal. This is the greatest challenge this organization and this group has ever had. And we're not letting our customers down. Your help will be needed. Now, as the governor pointed out, social enterprise is a term that is synonymous with the workplace, because we do run this place like a business, and profit means something different, but we do. So I try to give you a report every 3 months as to what does it mean in dollars and what does it mean in people. Well, the dollars are mounting up there. As you can see, from December of last year to December of this year, we had a 23% growth in revenue, 23%. We're now moving to a point where our social entrepreneurialism, our social enterprisism, is getting us close to $65 million. And we're probably less than 3 years away from going over the mark of $100 million, although Adrian tells me 2 years. I'm going to be 3 years, and I'll be happy with 3 years. And that box on the side is people. It represents about 34,000 people who received some service from us, who would not have if we didn't have those resources. Social enterprising, does it work? Absolutely. Does it translate into big help for people? Absolutely. So we're on the right track, and it's helping to make us a more secure, more responsive, and a better private not-for-profit that's truly up to the challenge that's before us. So let me close by thanking the members of my board, my chair and vice chair, who were seated right here, in particular Leon and Denny, members of the executive committee and other board members, all of our partners, the partners that are here coming from business, organizations, education, labor, and a lot of other groups. I mean, we are truly a family of partners that make this happen. The workplace we're just here to keep everybody together and to generate some ideas, but it's really the family that makes everything happen. And we're going to keep on building that relationship, working hard together, and make 2011 the year that's sort of a marker for us. I want the next president and the next one after that to look back at this time and to truly say, this is an organization that stood up. And this is an organization that had tentacles that were broad, and that we felt the pain of the people that live in this region. We understood their challenge. We know a victim when we see them, and we come to rescue. That our job is to heal and to help. That's what we're going to do over the next few months. So as far as I'm concerned, 2011, bring it on. Thank you very much.